Okay, this is day 2, and we are eliminating the parameter t, find a rectangular equation for the plane curve defined by the parametric equations. Guys, it's just a fancy way of saying rewrite it in rectangular form, which we did yesterday before we graphed it. And so really you're just looking to get rid of the t's and write an equation in terms of y and x, and that's really what you're trying to do. And if you can make it so that it's y equals something, then you totally do that. So for example, you've got x equals 3t and y equals t plus 3, all right? And we didn't talk yesterday about these right here. Oops, sorry. These right here. But we will talk about them today. You don't really need them too much when you're graphing, again, when we were keeping things basic. So what you're going to do is you are going to take this first equation, right, x equals 3t, solve it for t. So t equals x divided by 3. Plug that x divided by 3 into there. That's all you're doing. So our equation, when we eliminate the parameter, is going to be y equals 1/3, or x over 3 if you prefer, 1/3 x plus 3. That is your equation. That's all you got to do. Now, we have to take care of this right here, okay? And the only reason we have to take care of it is because we have we have restrictions on the parameter t, which means we also have restrictions on the parameter, or on x. So really all you're going to do is you're going to use the x equals 3t, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to take your left bound, right? So that was your -2, and you've got a right bound, a 3, right? And so to get the, instead of going, instead of the t, what we want is an x in the middle. So all you do then to get that x in the middle is take the t's that you had. You had a -2 and you had a +3. Those were your original parameters. All you're going to do is multiply those two numbers by 3, and you got what you need. So -2 times 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3 times 3. So your new parameter, or your new restrictions, are -6 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 9. Okay, so there's that one. All right. Number 2, x equals 2t minus 1, y equals t squared plus 4, right? And we are going from -4 to a +4. Well, this one's a little more complicated, but again, you need to we want y equals something x. So what you need to do is take this first equation and solve it for t. So add 1 to both sides, you get x plus 1 equals 2t. Divide both sides by 2, you get x plus 1 equals t. Okay? So you are going to go y equals, you've got x plus 1 over 2 squared plus 4. Now, officially you have rewritten it. I mean, you could stop there and say, oh, but technically I'm right because I got rid of the t and we're good. At this stage of the year, I don't know that we're going to yell or make you go any further, but really what you could do is you're going to FOIL a numerator. So first times first would give me x squared plus outer and inner is going to be 2x plus a 1. That's all over a 4 plus 4. All right, so then you can split it up. You got 1/4 x squared plus 1/2 x, and then you've got plus 1/4 plus 4, right? And so really it looks like y equals 1/4 x squared plus 1/2 x plus a 17 over a 4, right? Because 1/4 plus 4, and you can do that in your calculator. And again, guys, this technically is actually correct, okay? So you don't have to go too far in there. All right, so then the only other thing that you have to do, right, is remember you got to take and change your parameter. That's all you're doing. You are taking this right here and rewriting it in terms of x. And again, I can't stress enough, to do this, you're really just going to take your boundaries, your -4 and your +4, and you're going to plug them in. I'll put them in like a green. There we go. x equals a 2 times a negative 4 minus a 1. That gives me a negative 8 minus 1, which is a negative 9. And then I do the same thing with the right boundary, so, or the upper bound if we want to be, mathematically correct. 2 times a positive 4 minus a 1, so 8 minus 1 is a 7. So your new restrictions on x are right there. Okay? All right, I'll stop this and make separate videos because it's already 5 minutes.